Welcome water signs, how are we this week? Right, so this is the energy ahead for the Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces clan, and I am going to shuffle the Wisdom Oracle and see if we can't frame this reading. Welcome in everybody, thank you very much for joining me. Welcome any newbies, you know, the more the merrier, always glad to see new faces. And of course, thank you everybody who's been with me from the beginning. It's a relatively new channel, so I've only been going since last July. And thank you so much everybody for all the great feedback. So hopefully I'm doing something right. Now let's see, for anybody that's new, what I normally do is I meditate on the cards. I don't meditate on the cards, I meditate and then I shuffle the cards and take the jumpers. Sometimes it takes quite a while, so I do that first and then start recording, otherwise you'll be here forever watching me shuffle, which is boring. Unbelievable. The card that just fell out is so appropriate, guys. You cannot make this stuff up. It's incredible, you know. Let's see if we can get one more. I'll do a couple more shuffles. If not, we'll carry on with what we've got because it's more than enough and it's pretty perfect. Oh, lovely. Okay, we've got the second one, so let's go. We've got Between Worlds. So it's almost like coming out of the dark into the light here. It could also mean having two, you know, a foot in one camp and a foot in the other. So you're sort of in between worlds. You're not quite there yet. Maybe it's a germination of a new idea that you're trying to put into practice. Maybe it's you transitioning. Well, it is. It's a complete transition, but it certainly means that you're on the way and you're halfway there. Whatever it is, it's in the process. So great card. And we've got Treasure Island. And, you know, Treasure Island, there's a sea turtle here with, it's carrying a treasure chest. And, you know, a turtle's quite a slow-moving creature, isn't it? But what I will say is that, you know, the turtle's carrying his treasure with him, in him. Well, it's not in him, it's on top of him. But I would say that wherever you go, whoever you're with, the treasure is within you. And let that shine. So really, really beautiful card. But yeah, it's full of love, full of light, really bright, really, really gorgeous. Almost it's a natural follow-on from this here. Right, let's get started. I'm waffling. So the overarching energy of the read, my lovelies, we've got the Magician, and the Magician is a fantastic card. It's about mastery, it's about expertise, and it's about training in new things. It's also the card of creation, so it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be the start of something new. It's bringing something into your sphere and you know, assisting it, helping it materialize. So it's definitely something new going on here. Or perhaps you're honing the skills or trying to master something that you already do. So it's about learning. It's about learning. It's about creating and moving forward. The first card that fell out, my lovelies, we've got the Tower. So something is coming to an end. It's certainly a bit of disruption going on. Maybe it could be a move. It could be a new way of being. It's going to mean something different for all of you. But, you know, obviously, in general terms, it's the end of something. Something is coming down, perhaps a new way of thinking or a new way of being. But it's coming down in order for you to rebuild on stronger foundations. And it ties in perfectly with the Magician, because it's about creativity, it's about creating new things going forward, or as I said, honing the skills that you have in order to maintain a more solid foundation than you've been standing on until present. So definitely something's changing. Not a card to worry about, because you've got the Magician here saying you've got it within your power. The power is within your hands to make the changes, learn new things, and absolutely move forward and rebuild, you know. So yeah, Tower is the first card there. We've got the next cards. We've got two Knights. Now we've got the Knight of Discs, which is Pentacles in traditional deck, and we've got the Knight of Cups. So we've got, it's physical and emotional here. So whatever I say surrounding these two cards, it's to do with, you know, the solid stuff, but also the emotional stuff, the internal going on here. It's about action. You need to take action. You need to move on. I know that this might be quite a disruptive energy, the Tower, because you do need to build stronger foundations. This story, well, the cards are telling. So it's about moving forward, doing it with passion, and it's like absolute action. Really, you know, don't hesitate. Don't mess around anymore. You know what to do, so just get on and do it. In respect to the physical and both emotional, and you've got the power within your hands. It's within your reach to do it. You know what to do. So if this disruption here has thrown you off kilter, don't worry, because the Magician being here is just, oh my God, I've just seen what's under the Magician. I've got to pick it up. Under the Magician, we've got the Star, okay? And the Star is about long-term goals and plans. So absolutely perfect, you know. So long-term goals and plan, you know, you've got the mastery expertise here and, you know, the creation of something new. So it's about leaving the old behind, creating something that's more solid and it's going to sustain you both physically and mentally going forward. So that's what we've got with those, my lovelies. And then we've got, at the finale, we've got the Ten of Swords and the Page of Swords. So you've gone full cycle here, you know, so definitely something is going to change. It's full cycle, it's completion. So that's absolutely done. And, you know, the Page of Swords here is about new paths and new directions and also having new experiences. So if you are thinking of retraining maybe or learning something new, it's about experiencing that and taking those experiences and building a solid foundation with them. So really, really beautiful outcome here. Depending on what measures you take with what I've said previously, but yeah, really, really good. And, you know, don't forget, you are in between worlds, you are in transition, you know, you do have something that's coming down here, you know, something is absolutely, there is disruption, but there needs to be disruption so you can move forward on more solid ground. So definitely in transition, but if you see the card, it's coming out of the dark into the light, and that's where the Page of Swords here comes in with the new paths and new directions. Absolutely fantastic. So they correlate beautifully. And don't forget, the treasure is within you. You know, take your treasure with you. If something has come along and disrupted things, just take the bits that work for you and, you know, carry them with you going forward. That's your treasure, the bits that work for you, and just leave what doesn't work for you behind. So, yeah. So yeah, you've got a massive change coming up here, but you've got the Magician and you've got long-term goals and plans here. So it's about planning your future, but with stability, then bringing in something more stable for yourself. So really beautiful. So many people's lives are changing at the moment. It's absolutely incredible, but not surprising under the circumstances. But you know, the last year and now this year has been quite the time. If you're going to make changes, guys, now's the time to do it, because we're home, we're isolating. It's not as if we're sitting working at our computers solidly. Well, for some of us, yes, but for a lot of us, we've got time in between where we can be doing other things. So why not take on a new study, learn something new, something you've always wanted to do and never had the time? You know, it's a perfect opportunity, albeit it's a very difficult time. So use it to your advantage. You know, there are pros and cons to everything, and you know, this lockdown is no different. Last lockdown and this lockdown, you know, it comes with its cons, but it's got massive pros as well. So use your time wisely. Wow, that card fell out earlier. Wow, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. Yeah, it is meant for you. Wow. Right, electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. And there you go. You've got the creativity there. You've got the magician. The power is in your hand. So whatever it is you're thinking of doing, why not just put it into action? Bring your ideas to life. You know, and it's an electric eel. You can't miss it. Well, you certainly, an eel, if you touch this eel, you're certainly going to feel it and not forget about it very quickly. So whatever this idea is, it might be quite special. So absolutely go for it. And we've got love is all around. We've got the nightingale spirit. Do not forget that you're loved. Of course you're loved. And even those moments where we do feel alone, know that you're not alone. You know, that, you know, spirit is always with, your higher power is always with you. So those moments where you do have a bit of self-doubt, just withdraw, go within, and just talk to your higher power. You know, answers, if you stay there long enough, answers will always come. So really beautiful. And then we've got, the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. It's about keeping it real. It's about, yeah, there are new paths and directions here, and you do carry the magic in your hands, but you know, keep it down to earth, keep yourself grounded. Yeah, keep it real. Be loyal to yourself. So yeah, great reading, guys. And that's about it. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. As mentioned earlier, please like, share and subscribe if you did enjoy the content. And don't forget to be kind to yourself and each other. Toodle pip.